Hello, everyone. How are you doing? As these powerful events take place. Like I told you all in the beginning, I never would have thought something like this would happen in my lifetime. I was, always saying, it may not be in our lifetime, but it'll definitely be in your children's lifetime. No, this is happening in our lifetime. So we must be some very special people that have been chosen to be here this moment in this space. That's what I think is so cool about all of us. You know what I'm saying? We could have been born prior to the 1800s, or, you know what I'm saying, or born way, way off in the future and everything, and we could have missed each other, but we didn't miss each other. We came together in this circle. So it's something very significant about us all, no matter whether you want to believe that we are connected or not. But I think we are all connected, and from some similar source somewhere. All of us, everything on the planet right now, the trees, the flowers, all of the little creepy crawly things, what have you. I think we are all connected to some source, some agenda this moment. Y'all, I wanted to talk about something that went down. Can Mama get some thumbs up here? I see we got 7 thumbs up here in the chat room. If Mama could only get some more. How's everybody doing? We got 8 thumbs up. Can we get on up yonder? Uh-huh. Look, y'all. And I ain't gonna tear it because I need to make these things quick and fast, because when I do that, I can make more videos. Y'all, I was outside a couple of nights ago with one of my dolls. Okay? When I create my dolls, I like to go outside with them and take them out to the swampy areas. Now, I'm getting a little piece from the swamps. Now, the swamps, I would have to get in my car and go down there to the swamps. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want you all to think that I wouldn't necessarily walk to the swamps late at night, because like I said, we have too many creepy crawly things on the street. They have their business to take care of. You know what I'm saying? These nocturnal creatures are out there, and I like to give them their space. I mean, wouldn't you? We got raccoons out there at night, and foxes. I saw a fox about 2 years ago walking the street. And I'm like, look at you. I think these are nocturnal creatures, or owls are out, and they love to come to my house and speak and talk and everything. And I don't play with no owls. Those are dark omens. Thank you. Ja. And when they show up, they're showing up to warn you of sicknesses, warnings, things of that nature. So you have to stay clean out of their way. Okay? Give the nocturnal creatures their space. Hang on, y'all. Okay, I'm coming here because I have a situation where there is no chat, but I'm on my laptop right next to me. Okay, I'm on my cell phone. There is no chat. So I had to come over here to my laptop to get my chat over here. Hello, Sheba, baby. How you doing? Isn't that something? Cell phone, no chat. Nothing. No chat. Now, for you all, there's a blackout screen. My screen is not up because I intentionally blacked it out. I want you all to know that. I probably should have used another software to do this video and everything, give you all something to focus on, look at. From now on, when I do my blackouts, I'll just I'll probably go to probably stream yard or something like that. Sheba, baby, you get the boss I call. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. So the little creepy crawly things hear that sound. That sound had a purpose to it. Everything on the planet could hear that basa call. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, so y'all teach yourselves how to do that. Mr. Woodard tried to do it. He was not he couldn't do it. Okay, so hello, Brown Sugar. How you doing? Hello, Chris. Thank you for moderating. Hello, Astro. How are you? Thank you for moderating. Hey, Tay Unique. Love you. Hey, Shamanic Witch. Hello, Beth. How you doing? Hey, TK Brantley. Hey, Nexodus 66 Pineapple. That's my fruit right there. I can't stand the juice now. But I got one in there right now, pineapple, that I need to get cut open. And I'm telling you, pineapple is the answer or the to the prevention of all disease. Hey, Melanin Don, how you doing? Hey, Rain Shine Steinberg, how you doing? Hey, Queen Alexis. Hey, Mary, thank you for moderating. Mary says, hey, Mother in chat, wouldn't it be something if we are a space project and we are ready for the harvest? Oh, Lord. I never thought about it like that. Esther say, I missed you guys a lot. I got a full-time job and just haven't been able to catch any live. Oh, congratulations. In spite of the fact they say that there aren't any jobs, it's good to know that, there are some jobs available, you know what I'm saying? And people are able to partake in them. That's a lot of encouragement right there. Um, I guess I got to everyone. Okay, so look, y'all. So I like to take the dolls out there, y'all, cause y'all see I've been concentrating a lot. Wherever the muse pulled me, I wind up going. You know what I'm saying? One minute they had me on a project, or they wanted books, 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 and then they pulled me and said, "No, we want dolls, dolls, dolls," and everything. And so now they want the dolls, and look, I gotta hurry up and finish this because I'm gonna do some small, tiny flicks where you're gonna see me, doing little movies and stuff and skits with myself. It's just gonna be me. I'm the only actor, okay? Or maybe I'm the only actress is what I should have mean, but what I should have said. But I'll say actor and actress because I'm gonna be dressing up like a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a one person's film cast. So that's coming up pretty soon. So y'all get ready for that. Where I have a lot of footage that I can take here in the swampy area, but I'm gonna do a skit for the Swamp Witch. Okay. So the Bayou Witch, the Swamp Witch, is gonna be very interesting. I have a guy that's gonna be helping me with that and everything. He's the same guy that did the came to the studio and did some music for me and everything. He's also a an editor, and he's studying film in college, so he's gonna help me with that. So I'm excited about that when that comes, because that's gonna be more for you all and everything. So I'll be doing some work for you all in Patreon and for the website. So y'all stay tuned for that, because this is an era where everybody can be a book writer, everybody can be a film writer, everybody can be an actor or an actress. You know what I'm saying? It's no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Mama ain't got no excuses. So I like to take my little dolls outside and everything. So, because I got a little wooded area, I ain't gonna go inside of the woods, but I'll get kind of like I'll go across the street and kind of get close as I possibly can to it. Sometimes I do drive up there to the swamps up there, and it says private property, but I go over there anyways and everything. So because I ain't gonna go over in the swamps, but it's so beautiful and so serene. I like that feeling that I get when I go there. But then the excitement of being in places that I shouldn't be in also give me an adrenaline rush. Hello. So I like that too. That feels real good too. But it's right across the railroad. So you'll get, I'll go over to across the railroad. And the dolls, the swamp dolls that you all have, there's quite a few people who have them. They actually, the moss that is packed with inside of those dolls actually came from real true life swamps, because there's some trees with some swamp moss hanging on them and everything. So I go over there and I get some of the swamp moss from the trees and all of that. I help the trees out a little bit, and then they're in your dolls, okay? Most of the stones that are in the charm dolls and stuff actually came. I gathered them from the creek, down the creek down the street. So I go in there and I wade in the water, my feet in the water and stuff. I watch it because there be some snakes traveling along up in there. I went all the way across that creek over there and everything. I didn't see any snakes, but the people were telling me, hey, every now and then you'll see a snake coming through there. As long as you ain't bothering them, they won't bother you. Because one time I seen something black, like a black snake, and I said, ooh, Mama said, ooh, crawl across the street. Mama drove over it by mistake. It was in the night, y'all. I said, "Oh Lord, is this a bad omen? Because you don't supposed to kill a snake. Bad luck comes to people who kill a snake." But hopefully they have made an exception for me, because I had no, I saw it at the last minute and drove over it and everything, and I went back to get that snake. Somebody had beat me to it because I was gonna go back and get it, because it was still moving when I saw it, and then Miss Witter said stop moving, so somebody went and got it. Like, we have like some dead animals on the street, and it's a lot of people over here in the South. This is the South now, so y'all got to realize these people are not squeamish. In the South, we have a lot of people that practice, there's some taxidermy stuff going on, don't get me wrong, but to me, that's a form of necromancy all day long. And then you got some people who are still practicing, and who will not stop practicing roots and hoodoo and all of that. So these people down here, you have to be careful, because they don't play, okay? They believe in the craft. It ain't got nothing to do with color. They can be black people, they can be white people, they can be the Hispanics, all of that down here. They like to put their hands in the darkness, so you have to watch them. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust nobody over here. I'm over here tending to my business. They will throw some of that on you, okay? So that's what I be thinking somewhat, that they'll get the snakes and let them dry out. Because one guy, he had a possum bone necklace on. And I looked at him and I said, well, you must be a witch doctor or something like that. And he smiled. Now, he told me how to do it. When you get these animals, you dig you a little hole and you put the animal in there and let the animal deteriorate and break down, and then he told me after some months you dig it up and you get the little bones, and when it's disarticulated, you use the bones for your work, and that's somewhat what I do and everything. And y'all really don't know much about me. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a very dark person. And I'm not talking about my skin color, okay? So even though y'all say, oh, Mama, you got a sweet little voice. Mama take care of business, too. I can disarticulate a human being, a cow, a dog, a raccoon, all of that different stuff. And it's because it's in us. It's a lot of us can do that kind of stuff, because in the day we needed those type of people. You had people who could, people talking about surgery, like surgery is something new or something like that. No, you had people who could disarticulate a human being and look in there and look for dis-ease or fix them up. Come on now. You had some people that could cut you wide open and take things out of your body and stuff like that didn't need to be in there, and put you back together again way before medical science. Matter of fact, you had some people who could do it without even having to cut you open. There were people with supernatural abilities to be able to remove things from folks' bodies. You had a broken leg beyond repair. You didn't go to the hospital, wasn't none. You had somebody that could come in and set that leg in place, set that arm in place, put them bones back together, baby. And you was able to walk on that leg again if you had the right one. Now, a lot of the times when things like that happen, and I know what y'all saying, Mama, how would that happen before automobiles? But they had these crashes on these wagons too. So if you was in a wagon and you had a crash, you know what I'm saying? And you broke a leg, or you was on a horse and a horse fell on your leg or something like that and just crushed it into smithereens and stuff. If you didn't have a person that really had a gift to be able to put all them bones back together again, gangrene to sit in that leg, or they would have to cut the leg off. And imagine having to go through such excruciating circumstances and stuff like that. So yeah, back in the days they did have that, and I feel like I would have been one of those type of people who would be able to go in and set the bones back or whatever. Only mama ain't able to do that kind of stuff for herself. I can go and do it for somebody else, but oh, they had miracle workers back in the days. You still got them now, but we prefer to go to the hospital. Sorry about that. Okay, talking about removing, extracting teeth with no anesthesia. That's not gonna work. But anyways, I said all of this to say this right here. Yes, so I did go to the across, at least to the woods or whatever, and I got one with nature and everything. And when I get one with nature and stuff, I tend to look at the trees, and I tend to look up in the skies and stuff like that. And I know something. I know something. Y'all listen to me. I was outside, and I looked up in the sky, and I was testing my skills, and I'm testing out skills because it's been hot out there. I'm gonna let y'all in on some things. And I called up into the sky. I did my and I did that all throughout the night, and then I was looking for a sign, and I didn't really see anything much. I've been doing that every night. I go out there and do that, and I didn't see very much. But this one night, I went out and I called on the rain, like I usually do in my videos and stuff. Called on the rain, and I called on the galactic ancestors, and I called on some activities and stuff. And I noticed, I said nothing was really happening. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm used to the rain just coming down. And when I request for it, I don't know. Maybe I need to go out there when the sun is out in the daytime, because that's when it usually happens. It never necessarily happen at night, but maybe I'm on to something, because what wound up happening, nothing happened that night, and I felt like I can't give up. I called. I wanted to, elements to know I was there. I was witnessing, and it's just a beautiful feeling to be out there here, because I'm out in the rural areas, and the skies be real clear at night where you can see all the stars and everything, and it's so beautiful. I just don't know how to read astrology. I mean, if I knew astrology, then you can, if y'all know astrology, y'all can look at them stars. Those stars is gonna tell you, okay, that spirit realm up there is gonna tell you what's gonna get ready to happen. Because like I said, when I saw those fleets and fleets and fleets of stars, or ancestors, or spaceships, or whatever you want to call it, that is when that George Floyd situation went down. So y'all, if you see some fleets and fleets of stars moving, or crafts moving in the skies, that's letting you know there's going to be something major that's going to happen. Somebody's going to get slain, and the whole world is going to go. Y'all read these signs, put them together. You know what I'm saying? And see, a lot of the times it's hard to learn astrology, because these events happen almost like once in a lifetime. So that event may not never happen for me again. You know what I'm saying? It might be that once in a lifetime thing, but that's what was so beautiful about the dark ages, the ancient times. You know what I'm saying? The times of the Knight Templars, and the knights, and whatever, and kings and the queens and the pharaohs, is because they taught each other. It was a craft that was handed down to the next generation, and they paid great attention to it. While we were watching TV, they were watching the skies, the sages, the oracles. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so y'all put that in your repertoire. So anyways, I want to talk about once again what I did. So I went in, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've lost the ability to call down the rains, because we needed some, honey. I only call on the rain when I need it, but I never go outside myself to call on the rain like I did once upon a time. And I told y'all about the story of what happened then. I always use the God within me the Jesus in me, because I don't care what nobody say. I am Jesus. I am the Messiah. So when I say, oh Lord Jesus, I'm calling on my higher self. And I want y'all to know that too. So you all are all the Messiah. Y'all are all Jesuses, okay? There was not no one Jesus. There are many Jesus. It's a person. It's a personality. It's an energy. It's a trait. And y'all need to know that. Y'all are leaders. Jesus was a leader. So are you all. So I gave up. I went in the house. And when I gave up and went in the house and everything, I felt defeated. So I said, I ain't going to worry about it. Maybe it's something that I got to work on. I ain't going to worry about it. That next day, around 1 o'clock, rain started spraying from the sky. And I said, okay, finally, that's the rain. I said, maybe, it's just an isolated incident. It was just going to rain anyways. I ain't going to need much worry about it. I'm through. I'm through. And I just said, well, maybe I've just lost the ability. I ain't going to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Some things come for a reason and some things come for a season. I'm done. So that night, I went back outside with the dolls. I always take all the dolls outside and I talk to the dolls that you all have. And I put the power in them. You know what I'm saying? I put the spirit in them. And I walk around and I got so many paces that I walk 13 paces all around the property. 13 paces looking in the sky and everything, becoming possessed with the dolls. Well, you can see my eyes rolling back. You know what I'm saying? One time I went in the mirror to see it. Woo, it scared me so bad. But anyway, it's a feeling that you get when you become under possession and shit. You look like you're dying. Hello, but y'all wouldn't know nothing about that because y'all scared of that type of stuff. You understand? They done scared y'all off into the churches and all of that. But mama go there because mama is beyond the church at this point. You understand? I didn't come here to do the church, okay? I came here this time to do me. Ha! So anyway, I said I'm gonna call on the rain. So I went, yeah, 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 yeah. I started over again. Called on my galactic ancestors. Called on the rain. And I just stood there. Nothing happened really. I could kind of like start to hear as I kept walking my paces with the dolls. In the background, a little bit of thundering. And I was like, whoo, it was way off somewhere when it got started. And then I said, but Spirit, I wanted it to happen over here. We need it. It's hot tonight. We need these cooling rains. As I yelled down the street. These neighbors don't pay me no attention. They know, mama is crazy. It's what they say. But they really don't know who I really am. And it's okay. I don't want them to know who I am. Hello? So it could be all times of the night. They don't bother with mama. They don't bother. Okay? They just throw their hands up and keep it going. Keep it moving. So anyways, I'm out here and everything. Mama out here. Mama is out here and my computer, y'all, wants to go and do something else. Hold up, y'all. Because I got to watch my chat room. Okay, so anyway, wait, look, so this is what happened. In the background, you hear the thunder. Boom, boom, boom. And then I start feeling the wind. The wind started cooling and all of that. And I said, oh my God, thank you. Elements of wind for coming. It came and cooled it off a little bit and everything. And I said, well, it's something still here. But I'm going to tell you what it is. You got to have your head wrapped, y'all. You got to have on certain beads around your neck and everything. And so I've since taken quite a few beads off. They have to recognize you, your energy, and they recognize your energy by a lot of things, but just besides your energy, but some of the things that you're wearing and everything, and then they'll show up. So anyways, and hey, look, I just had that epiphany talking to y'all. So that's something that I didn't consider. But anyway, I was happy to get that. I got the doll and I went on inside the house and everything and called it a night and everything. And so The next day, around the same time, it started spraying water again. And I said, could it be if I call on the night, the rains at night, that you don't get it until the next day? Maybe that's what it is. So I said, okay, I tell you what. The next night, I said, that night, I said, I'm not going to go out and call on anything. I'm stay in the house. I'm just gonna rest up for the night. I'm not doing anything, and I'm gonna see what happens. So the next day, there was no rain. I said, am I on to something? There's no rain. So that night, I said, okay, I tell you what, because it cooled it off and it felt so wonderful and everything. Those other two times and stuff like that, and it was getting back hot. So I said, okay, tonight I'm taking the dolls out. We're gonna walk our laps, and I'm gonna be back in the skies calling on the rain. Okay, so I get outside with the dolls, and I walk around and I walk around, and then I call on the galactic ancestors and stuff. So, y'all, when I called on the ancestors, I could hear what sounded like a roaring rocket, or like but it was very, very high in the sky, so it was real low in distance. I could hear a roaring rocket, and it was rumbling like, y'all ever heard thunder rumble? But thunder rumble, it's like in spurts and seconds, and it stops. But this continued, like this roaring rocket sound just continued and continued and continued and continued. I said, that's not an airplane. And then I began to see sparkles in the sky. We had lots of cloud coverage, but in the areas where clouds were breaking up, I could see these sparkle lights in the sky. And I said, and I screamed and I said, yeah, I know who you are. Are you who you are? I need a sign. And I began to just yell and yell and yell and yell and yell. And it just suddenly stopped. I've never heard anything like that in the sky before in my life. I've never seen those sparkles. They were not like lightning type activity, but there were sparkles. And so I went inside the house and everything, and I had to call on the rain. Y'all know what I did. And I went on in the house, and I said I needed to see a sign as to exactly what it was. And then my mind's eye showed me that it was something like a thunderbird or a dragon or something hovering in the sky. So I liken it to be like a huge dragon. And I said to myself, that's what the fuck that had to be. So I went, me and Mama got to Google. She had the keyboard Google it. And I wanted to listen to different sounds of how the dragons would have sound way back in the days. And I do believe dragons still exist. And I know they at one time did exist. And the sounds lined up with the dragons. And I said, oh, this is what our government is not telling us. Our government is covering the skies with clouds because there is a lot of activity up there, a lot of supernatural, paranormal activities up there, and they don't want you to see it. Now, for you all who don't know me, when I say covering the skies, I know that most of the the clouds are artificial, and they are pumped from nuclear plants, steam coal plants, paper factories, and places like that. And thank you, baby. That's another confirmation. Ships and stuff at the seas pump these clouds out, and they cloud seed from airplanes and create these clouds. So nothing about them are natural. Okay, so you all need to know that they're trying to cloak different types of entities. Entities are in the sky right now. And like I tried to tell you, if there's a portal that's open 9 times out of 10, the fact that they are experimenting with 5G. And y'all, like I was telling y'all, to me 5G is a way to upgrade a system that is failing. The system is failing right now, as far as grids, as far as the old cable lines of getting us Wi-Fi. Thank you, baby. Electricity and stuff like that. They are burying these things under the ground to try to fix the issue. They have them on different towers and stuff to try to fix the issue. They're very insulated because the solar flares are one of our biggest problems. We're feeling it down south. You all may not necessarily be feeling it where you all at this point, because weather modification is still doing a wonderful job of keeping it cool there. But if it's 104 degrees in the Arctic, if it's warm in the Arctic, come on now. The cooling system, that it's much hotter here. But the fact that they are using geoengineered weather, if you don't believe it, look these terms up. HAARP, HAARP, Blue Beam. They're using these projects to give you these illusions. Thank you, baby. Of this feeling like it's cool when it's actually not. Okay. So, like I say, so I said all of this to say, so I can get back to this, because a lot of people think, oh, she's delusional. She's just making things up out the top of her head. No, it's called sources, boo-boo. I have sources that connect me, okay, or I'm connected to sources. This is nothing I've read necessarily out of a book, or anything like that. Now, I've heard of these projects, geoengineering and all of that, but I'm talking about these sources that I receive that people say, where are you getting this from? It's the source that I'm connected with. Everybody is connected to a source. Some people are connected to similar sources. There is someone here on YouTube that is connected to similar sources. It's very strange to see that this person will talk about something and I'll find myself talking about it and realize this person is already talking about it. Or it's vice versa. It's only one person that I've seen here on YouTube that does that, and I've come to the conclusion that we are probably from a similar star system, somewhere, So it, depending on what star system you are from, will determine your source. And people who are from similar star systems, depending on where they're vibrating, if the two people are vibrating at the same wavelength, thank you, baby, they will have the same material to converse about. You see what I'm saying? I know it's complicated to explain it, but this is the best way that I can. Somebody may be able to explain it a little bit better than I do. But because we all came from a place that gave us all an agenda. So we all have an agenda. Just like a lot of people may be creeped out with me or angry with me because they may think that some of the things that I do, I am intentionally doing it to do something to cause or provoke a reaction or whatever. No, this is who I am. I'm your undertaker, okay? I would have been the one that would take the body in and get it prepared for the wake. And that's just who I am. I'm an undertaker. And a lot of people don't see that in my nature, maybe because I have a sweet, soft voice. But I'm telling you, man, you will be surprised the different gifts people have, and you can't let programs confuse you. See, we're confused by the programs. You understand? It might be a little bitty boy. He might be 8 or 9 years old. He may be the one have to be the undertaker. And you look at the little sweet boy and say, you should be somewhere playing with little trucks and cars. And he may say, yeah, I play with trucks and cars, but when I get to working, I get to doing all this other stuff I got to do, And that is to get the bodies prepared for the wake. And that's mean. And a lot of people getting upset and angry and all of that and want to take it out on me. Don't take it out on me, because you're going to find that in this new era, it's going to be a lot of people going to have the jobs of the ancients. And I don't know what your specific job would be if you were back in the times of the ancients, but it's coming back to you now. It's coming back to y'all. Get ready to tap back into it. Everybody should know what their supernatural gifts are right now. And y'all can go ahead. I want to know what y'all supernatural gifts are. Y'all supposed to be doing some homework. Some people have the ability to levitate stones and rocks and all that. But anyways, look, and they were levitating the stones and rocks so they can build the pyramids, okay? And people were like, how did they do it? How did they tote these big blocks of the pyramids on their backs? They did not do it that way. The ancients actually levitated it. They had scholars, supernatural scholars, that levitated these blocks for Pete's sake. Hello, whoever Pete is, for heaven's sake. Okay? So you would get one of those people, and they had found out it was a guy in recent times, which is still before our time, that was actually levitating. He was levitating blocks and built this huge monument. Okay? You have other little places like your Easter seals and all of that stuff like that. I guess that's what they call them. Where they are trying to figure out how in the world did they do these different things and stuff like that. If you were like one with the earth or one with the stone, those stones are very much alive. They were here before we were here. Actually, what we're living on is one huge stone traveling in the universe. So if you had the ability, and there are some people, to get one with the stone or have the blessings of the stones, you could make the stones levitate. You could talk to the stones. The stones, they live. We always look at it like the trees were the first, the vegetation and all of that was the first. No, the stone. Thank you, baby. Are you trying to say the trees were first, baby? Well, this one time I have to disagree with you. Okay, the trees had to have something to sit on, didn't it? So if the trees had to have something to sit on, wouldn't it be the stones, baby? Hmm? That's the actual foundation. Am I right? So anyway, so if you get with the elements of the stones, which my dolls are packed with the stones, because I would like the blessings of the stones, because the stones are not only ancient, but the stones have all of the secrets, don't they? And the stones will talk to you, huh? Okay. So that person would come in, and that person would actually be able to, you understand, uh, deploy that stone to levitate. Ask that stone to levitate, meditate, and that stone will get in certain positions as this individual would navigate it into place. And this is the way they built the Great Pyramids. This is the way all of this has come about. It is said that the trees were so great at one time until they created the mountains. Yes, when those trees transitioned and everything, they created the great mountains of the earth. Imagine. So everything turns into stone at the end. Everything. Even my body. Your bones are one with the stone. Because the bone is a reminder of the fact that we are made from stars. We are made of the earth, the rock. You see what I'm saying? And you don't supposed to crush the bones or burn the bones. Bad luck to burn the bones. Okay? Okay, that's true. Okay, now I'm getting ready to go. What I do want to let you, I want to end this with when I did go back out there and called on the rains again the next day. I mean, the next day around noontime. I mean, it just drenched. The place was just drenched with water. Water was just spraying, not dropping, but spraying at the sky. So I got a feeling that when I call on the rain at nighttime, it happens like the latter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. I'm always trying to figure things out. That's me. Okay. I'm always trying to figure things. I'm fixing to get with the chat. Hello, Melanin. How you doing? How you doing? You missed the call. Well, you know I'm gonna do a call just for you. You don't like that, Aja? Hmm? And you know what? And you have to be real careful. Now I'll do it in the house, but me and Auntie was talking. She said, "Well, you could cause some ripple effects if you got to know what you're doing when you're doing these calls and stuff like that, because you can cause ripple effects, and doing these calls and stuff like that, if they are effective. And I think every time you do them, they are effective if you carry on like that. I do believe that everything in the sea, the rivers, the lakes, can hear you. You know what I'm saying? Energies and stuff. You open portals and things like that. You cause ripple waves into the universe when you do these calls. But every time I do my call, it is definitely sincere. Okay? Because Mama got these folks out there critiquing Mama. And I'd be like, it's just so funny. I don't want to be a content creator where I'm critiquing other content creators, because then my mission will be a failure. My mission will be futile. I like doing my own thing. I'm blessed to be the author, authority of my divine sources. And when you got that much, those many blessings at your, I don't want to say at your footstool, but at your presence. You understand what I'm saying? You got better things to do besides criticize and critique others or throw shots. You got better things to do. It's just so much to actually give to your circle as you receive from your circle. You understand? Than to be sitting around, critiquing. Oh, I need you to know this and I need you to know that, and trying to convince my audience, oh, this one over here doing this and doing that. To me, that's indicative of not having sources. Because you got two type of people. You got people who have sources to something beyond this place, and you got people who have sources to the people. You understand what I'm saying? That's receiving information from beyond this place. I'm going to say it again. You got two people. You got people who have sources beyond this place. And you have another person or people who have sources connected to the people that have sources beyond this place. You just got to decide which one of them you are. Okay? The beautiful thing is everyone has the ability to tap into their own sources. Hello? It's whether or not you want to concentrate and meditate and dedicate yourself to your own sources. Look, if you're finding yourselves having to tap into other people's sources, now to some extent we all tap into other people's sources, but when you find that that's the only source you have, it's because you are not being honest and true to thine own self. Okay? Most of the times we're not true to thine own selves is because there's something about ourselves that we don't trust. And guess what got something to do with that? Programs. If you can break the programs, if you're here right now, you're ready to tap into these frequencies, and I hear what they say. It's a lot of things that you don't toy with in the universe because there's a lot of darkness there. Look, let me tell you something. We came here for classroom experience, okay? You're going to be that divine supernaturalist that you're supposed to be when you're here and when you leave this place. You have to get rid of the fear. Don't get me wrong, Mama begin scared to go here. But Mama ain't got no choice, because every last one of y'all can see that I'm different and I'm not like everyone else. This is what's causing some of the friction, which has caused some of the frictions here with me here on YouTube with different content creators and the different audiences and stuff. Because most of them with these programs do not know how to receive such a person like me. because I'm very extraordinary, and I'm not here to brag about myself, but I know I'm not like the rest, and some of you all may not be either. I am an extrovert, okay? One lady said, she said, I'm so happy to be able to connect with you. I've never seen anyone like you, anyone who embraces themselves like you. And I really appreciate you being you. It gives me the courage to be me. And that's what I'm here for. I'm giving everybody the courage to tap into your own source. Forget about what the world thinks, because the world is crashing. The world as we know will be no more. Like my aunt would always say, my deceased aunt, which walks with me. Matter of fact, she was in my dream about 4 months ago, and this was the first time. And she said, "Baby, what was won't be no more." This is another aunt, okay? This is my glamorous aunt that died at 96 years old. I told y'all about her. She said, "What was, baby?" She would say this all the time. She was alive. What was won't be no more. And she told me this 4 months ago in a dream state. Because, when people are deceased, they still come to us, but they materialize to us in the dream world, which is the spirit world. You know what I'm saying? And then I woke up saying, "Auntie, what you talking about? What was won't be no more." you know. So I said all of this to say this right here. Y'all, I'm out. It's been wonderful. Oh, I'm out of the conversation. I won't be doing any more of the conversation. I'm here. Look, in other words, I want to say also, since I've seen the dragon or heard the dragon, I didn't see it. I just saw little sparkles and stuff. I felt like that came from the dragon. Be prepared. Y'all look up on dragons that circle the skies, because that's going to give you a key event to what is getting ready to happen. Hello, I'm going to say it again. Y'all meditate before you Google. Meditate first. And I'm going to meditate to see when the dragon, you understand, is in the sky. And they knew that dragon was up there. This is why you got some cloud coverage and stuff like that. And the horns be blowing in the sky too. Horns and ship horns and all type of horns be blowing. These are messengers. Okay, these are entities. They don't want you to know about it, because then that whole theory of being one supreme God is not real anymore. This church God, this church devil, and all of that is not real anymore. So they have to keep these from you. The fact that the Bible is not accurate in many ways, or it may be, or they've taken and borrowed and taken things out, to tell you all that that we're the only thing here. And the Bible doesn't say that, but our lessons in school teaches us that we're the only life out here, and that is not true. So it's all lies. There's all types of life forms in and around us, below us, above us. You understand? Life forms that cannot be, they have no explanation but the explanation of the ancients, of mythology. You understand? So all of these things are real. And the fact that they've opened that portal, and those portals can be a number of things. They say CERN and all kind of stargates have been opened, and entities have been summoned. They're here. They're here. And I don't mind receiving messages from them, because it gives me a head up as to what's going to get ready to go, get down. And like I said, we need to know what if those dragons are above our head. What are the dragons telling us? It's going to be an event on this planet. I hate to be the bad bearer of this type of news, but I'm just telling you to get ready. Well, the rivers are going to turn red. The water's going to turn red with blood. Shit. Hello? Unless y'all witches going to get to work. But it's got to be like that. Because the gods of the old era of Pisces are no longer reigning. This is the age of Aquarius. Hello? The age of Aquarius is the ancient world. Back The age of Pisces is a patriarchal world. They reign for a season, and then they come back for a reason. So it's going to keep happening. So that cycle will come again. But here right now, we'll reincarnate to Aquarius. Okay? So you're going to get some of these events. I am going to willfully reincarnate myself so I can continue to do my work. And my work is to get us prepared to vibe on a supernatural, paranormal level. This is why you got all these supernatural, paranormal type series and stuff on Netflix and everything. This is where it's at. Come on now. Okay. It ain't gonna be about mechanics and electronics. All of that is getting ready to fail. With these solar flares and this heat, electronics are not gonna be able. These electronic cars won't function like they used to. So it's gonna be back to where people were flying to get to their destination and teleporting. And I know it sounds like a lot of fairy tale work and stuff like that, but I've seen some events that convince me that there is something else on the other side. You understand? People could try to think that that the only thing that's supposed to be over here is only the living, the physical things. No, spiritual things walk side us. The darkness is alongside you, whether you want to believe it's here or not. Spirits are here. And it's not that you got to give it permission to come over here, and it has to have permission to be here. It has been here before you were here. Hello? You're not the only one that has physical rights to this dwelling. Okay? You don't decide. Hey, Akita's Garden, where you been? We need to talk, Akita. Call me. Melanin Dawn said, oh, my homegirl said she felt the ground shake when all y'all grabbed me on one day. What? Wow. I'm be listening out for you, Akita. That's right, Exodus 6:6. Pineapple. Ooh, don't say that. That sounds really good right now. I want the pineapple juice. I got a pineapple. Every time I see that, I got to go in there and cut my pineapple and stuff like that. I'm gonna go in there, and I know y'all a lot of y'all might not be meat eaters, but I'm gonna go and fry some fish and have some pineapple on the side, and have some greenery to go along with it and everything. It's late too. It's late, y'all. If I told y'all what time I got up, y'all would be like, oh, no, mama, But, like I said, the muse got me making dolls. Y'all, the muse got me making dolls. When when the muse is here, I'm up doing some late nights, y'all. So that's what I've been doing. And then I went on a travel, too. Mama went on a travel, and they erased my memory. They be erasing mama's memory, but I can still feel the frequency and the vibrations of whatever it was that I experienced, and I'm going to, apply it in my writing. Because that at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters, not what was said, but what was felt. Hello? Tiffany said, oh, mama, that happened to me a lot when I sleep, dream, seeing and talking to deceased family members. Yes, that means they're alongside you, Tiffany. And to anyone else, that when you get these visitations from deceased people, this means that they have been trying to communicate with you, and you need to acknowledge them. When you say, as soon as you wake up, acknowledge them and ask them to tell you what they want to teach you. Okay. And our ancestors going to be coming to us in our dream. And some like, you ever had a dream where you be like, I ain't never seen this person before. Who is this person that I had these emotions for, these feelings for? You understand? This love for. They're not familiar to me in this physical life. That is one of your ancestors, okay? You might not necessarily recognize their faces and stuff like that because you've never seen them before. They'll come to you in your dreams. And your dreams are only the spirit world. So we need to stop calling it really and truly tell you dreams. But I'm going to call it dreams and stuff like that because, That might be the best way for you all to know what I'm talking about. But we will just call it the dreamscape or the astroscape. But dreamscapes and astroscapes are sort of different, but they are in the world beyond. But because there are different levels to those different dark worlds, those invisible worlds have many, many, many layers. I mean, there are people who have died beyond this realm of death, another death in other realms. Bird was it? What it was? What was that? Bird Box? What? It was not Bird Box. What the name of that movie was? Silent Hills. I want y'all to watch Silent Hills. Silent Hills. Watch that movie, because that movie shows you that even though you may depart this physical body on earth and you go to the other realm, that there are some people in that realm that are running from and trying to escape another realm or another phase or transition, you understand, of a particular layer of the invisible world or scape. Does that make sense? Just look at the movie, and that movie will look at it in a different light, okay? Because most of us are just looking at it to be looking at it. But I look at it like this. When I'm watching a movie like that, I'm always looking for clues and signs that, something beyond, you understand, me. Beyond me, you understand? Or someone is creating something that has tapped into a source. All movies are source. Someone is going into their source to gather information to show to us. That's why I say it's a beautiful experience to be able to collab with different beings, human beings, animals, trees, whatever, stars. Because I know that they have source information from something that I don't. And this is when I am myself going outside of my source and tapping into others. Remember, I told you there's two types of people. But now I am the person that have my own sources. My dolls are my sources, okay? You're not going to find any dolls that look like mine. None. Because they come from my source. But at times, like I said, we do tap into other people's sources. I may be tapping into a person's source. I may be tapping into a tree. If a tree gives me information, I can't claim that, I'm connected to the source of that tree. No, I've connected to the tree. Understand? Okay? Hello? Okay? So this is what this is all about. Okay? So that's why I say enjoy tapping in and to having a conversation. We all do that. Every human conversates with someone to connect with other sources other than their own. Because you need to know that you're not the only source out there. When all sources come together, oh, how beautiful. I don't want to just eat my potato salad all the time. I want to see what your potato salad tastes like. I want to taste your sources. You want to taste my sources. We've all come together to tap into each other's source. That's what a circle is. A circle is a energy of sources that connect. Not a line, but a circle. Okay? A line doesn't have that center of energy. Okay, let me get back up in here. Let me get back up in this joint. Okay, so it's been real nice, and I don't want to miss out on anybody, but I know I gotta go, y'all, because my videos and stuff be too long, and people be distracted because they trying to get in there and get what they got to get and get out. I wish I can, what would be beautiful if I could if I could, like, but I'm random, and I'm random because I move with spirit. You know what I'm saying? With spirits, with the S. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? My dolls have my spirits in them. So when people say, "Oh, this charm has a spirit in it, and this charm bag has a spirit in it," it's the individual that creates the art. Is their spirit in there? So all of my dolls have my spirits in it, my sources inside of it. So I do need to say that, and let you all know. But if you create something, every last one of you all, your spirit is in that, or your spirits is in there. Like I can say, I'm gonna send you a spirit. I had a guy who called me that said he couldn't sleep, and it's been really, really bad. Thank you, baby. This was years and years ago, and he said he'd be having nightmares, so he didn't want to go to sleep. And I told him, I'm gonna send you a spirit that's gonna soothe you, give you great dreams, so you can get you some sleep. And he called back the next day. Thank you, mama. Thank you, mama. So if y'all hear me when I say I move with spirits, or with my spirits, or whatever, when I talk about my spirits and what they don't like, it's because I am very in tune with my spirit. I am very deprogrammed. Now, do we all still have programs to some extent? But my logic is not like normal people. And your logic determines not only your experience, but the experiences of the people that surround you. Okay? So I just want y'all to know who I am. I'm heavily involved with that, with the supernatural. I'm the Obia woman, or the hoodoo woman, or whatever. Tomatoes, tomatoes. I don't care what nobody say. A hoodoo woman is just like a Obeah woman. A Obeah woman is just like a hoodoo woman. They the same thing. A witch is a witch is a witch is a witch. Now all them witches. Okay? And I just feel beautiful. Just, and if somebody was saying, why would you call yourself a witch? A witch is just an ordinary person, and it's just and it was trying to make as if though a witch was no big deal. As far as when it comes to the craft, they are just, you know what I'm saying, disposable or something else. I don't care what nobody said. Witches are powerful in their own right, because we have had to endure hell and back. Okay, witches, we're just as strong as high priestesses and high priests. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all heard me consistently say throughout the 12 years here on YouTube that I'm a witch. I ain't changed, man. Sometimes there was one time when I got mad and said, I ain't no witch no more, because I got tired of people, you know what I'm saying, bothering me in social media. When I first got here, I had so many content creators giving me a hard time, and then have found out throughout the years that they've adopted some of my own practices. How beautiful. At the time, they wasn't on the frequency. They didn't understand. They understand now. Okay? As I continue to teach and in the classroom and learn some myself. Shoot, one minute I'm a student, next minute I'm a teacher. I mean, shit. I say I'll be forever a student. Because whatever there is to this life that I need to learn, it's going to take many, 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 many. And some people will be like, oh, I've learned everything now. And, okay, to say you learned everything now is to say it's time to check out, baby. I ain't learned everything. I still want to hang around and learn some other stuff. I don't want to be here suffering or sick, or, and I want all my faculties while I do that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. I still want a good quality of life while I stay in the classroom to learn. You understand? If I have to call a spirit in here to fix me, you can call spirits into yourself, y'all. And a lot of people be like, I wouldn't do that. What you think you're doing when you calling on about the law? What do you think you're doing when you calling on these different Loas and Orishas? You calling spirits into yourself to come in and do work of some kind. So it's best to leave all of that alone. Hello? Don't call on Medusa, Athena, Zeus. You know what I'm saying? Don't call on all of these different energies because they're coming into you. What's going on with me and Oya? Oya dwells in my body. And yeah, people say you got strong Oya energy. Yes, that's because she's dwelling in me. You know what I'm saying? These energies dwell and reside in you. They're not just here to be here. They're here because you have a beating heart. You got fresh blood in your body, and they're actually there. You're giving yourself to them. So think about what you calling on. When you call on Hecate and all of these different energies, you become that. You've given them permission. When you set up an altar for them, you've given them permission to be inside of you. Hello? I have given Papa permission to be inside of me. I have given Oya permission to be inside of me. And you all can see me display her energies. You'll be able to see people with Oshun energy, Yumaya energy, and it's because you've given them permission to dwell there. And anyways, if you are their child, you have no other choice. If they're your parent, you don't have a choice. You see what I'm saying? That's like me saying, you know what? I've decided I don't want to be black anymore. I'm not going to be black. I'm not going to have kinky coily hair. I'm going to alter who I am. You don't want to alter who you are. You don't want to dismember yourself. Okay? Anyways, I got to go, y'all. I'm hungry. I hear y'all. You want some seeds, baby? She won't eat nothing but seeds. I've given her fruits. I've given her little vegetables. She just refused to eat them. I even tried to give her a little snack. She don't like them. Hey, Botox Rocks. How you doing? I didn't see you. Thank you so much, Chris. Chris is putting my website out there. I don't know if it's out there yet or not, but you look in the description box, you can go to my website. My website and stuff like that has lots of products there. The dolls are pretty much sold out. I think I have that one doll left. Believe it or not, if you don't know who that doll is, but that doll looks like Oya. That last doll is Oya. That's her. That last doll is Oya. So that I think I have one there. She's taller. She's a little. Y'all let me know if those dolls are too expensive. She's much bigger and larger than the smaller charm dolls and stuff. She is a doll in her own right. She is packed with herbs. When I say I went all out on herbs, I went out on herbs. She is a huge doll, and she needs an altar of her own. Okay. Now, I hate to influence my uncle, who is deceased now, as he rests in power, and he's still with me too. Uncle came to me in my dream, and I talked to Uncle, and I think he's residing with his grandchildren right now. But he would always tell me, don't put a name on nothing you create. Let people decide what they want to think it is. So that's why I didn't put necessarily her name on the title of those videos that I created. Of when I advertise the dolls and stuff like that, because I want you all to kind of come up with your own ideas of what you all think they are. And it was funny because I told Mr. Willie, I said, Mr. Willie, I want to make the Grim Reaper. Don't I ain't finna let you do that. Don't do that. And I said, why? He said, because that's evil. I said, what it's very much a part of life. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make something like that in him, you're going to have to hide it because I'm going to get rid of it. He thinks that if I create the Grim Reaper, if I create a Grim Reaper doll, that somebody's going to die. Close to us and everything. So I decided that I'm not going to do it. But somebody else can make the Grim Reaper, nothing happens. But if I make something happens. You know what I'm saying? If I look at certain things, something happens. And I got to figure out why it's like that. I don't want it to be like that. I want to be able to create things, and just because of the beauty of it. And last night I found myself just watching all kind of Grim Reaper movies, and Mr. Willis said, "Don't watch that. Don't watch that." So I stopped watching that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I gravitate to something, I'm a necromancer, y'all. So that's what that is. So a lot of people gonna be creeped out about us in our circle. I think everybody in my circle is a necromancer. So y'all, we've been getting some hate lately. They've been giving us some hate, y'all, because we necromancers. I had to give my own self a thumbs up, y'all. We on up to 53 because I thumbs up myself. Um, okay, now let me get back in the chat. Melanie said, all in the vibration your voice makes with the call, bringing things into existence, Mama. Love the call. Wake the dead. Yes, beautiful. How many necromancers I have here? The only reason why we are not dismembering body parts and all of that stuff like that and stuff, because we don't have to do that now. But if we were in the ancient times, we would have a reason to do so. You understand? We would have a reason to, who was that? That dismembered Medusa's head and used it to do work, and used it like a charm. Back in the days, that's what they did. Now we wouldn't do that now. But if we go back into them dark ages, I imagine that's what we're gonna start back doing, because it was a lot of magic in that. Dismembering the cows, the beasts, or what have you, and stuff like that. Bestiality is gonna really be real as we go into this new era. You're gonna see centaurs and minotaurs. You're gonna see all of these different half human, half whatever, because as these laws dismantle, people are going to mate with their dogs and their cows and their donkeys and different type of animals and stuff like that. I hate to be the one have to have these conversations with y'all, because then it go bad. But y'all understand where I'm coming from. This is where we're going back to. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of dark stuff. And this happens as one god is dismantled and a new one is thrown. As one is dethroned and another one is thrown, you can throned, not like thrown out like whatever, but on the throne. You can expect a lot of chaos. Like I said, the streets are going to get, they don't hurry up and fix a lot of things we got going on and stuff like that. Like people may be facing, the inevitable. Some people have never been homeless a day in their lives, and to see themselves, being homeless. Shit, I've been homeless, in my lifetime. I've been homeless. Shit, when me and Mr. Willer was really young and stuff like that, we went from pillar to post, pillar to post. But we didn't have our own house when we first got started. We was living with folks. Lived with my mom, lived with uh, my in-laws, and we did those type of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing to be ashamed of because you have been homeless or you are homeless or what have you. That's nothing to be ashamed of, because it's going to be a lot of people who don't know what it feels like to not have their own house, and they may not be able to handle it. So I hate to say this, it's going to be some suicides. It's going to be a lot of homicidal violence, and people who do have homes need to be prepared to defend themselves, because if you got a home and you got food, people coming to you. This is why we need to just come in and help each other. Like I said, I'm just about ready to buy a what you call inside of my house for people who are really and truly in need of a place to stay. As long as you treat mama good, if you got ill intentions when it come to mama and everything, but you need to know that if you gonna come here and stay here, you can tent in my backyard or whatever. But it's a mission. The only reason why I'm doing it, not just because people think that she's so sweet, she like give away things. That's not who I am. Okay, so don't know that I have an agenda. Okay. Okay, y'all. My agenda is that if you're here, you're going to help me in my yard garden. You're going to help me get this place prepared so we can all have food and whatever we need. I wouldn't mind having people who are constantly reminding me what my purpose is here. What I know y'all saying, Mom, you need to remind yourself that. But you still need to surround yourself with people who are constantly reminding you. And I'm encouraging you all to do that too, which is we need to have, places for other witches to come if something get down. You know what I'm saying? That does not make me a bad person or whatever because I say, hey, look, I got an agenda. It's just true. If you're coming here to stay with me, you're going to come here and you're going to help me with the garden. Or you're going to see the creepy side of me. Okay? I'm going to be out there circling around the actual tents late at night. Hello? Hello? And you don't want to see me when I get pissed off. Nobody wants to see me because I can be a drag. Gun. Witches, if you have places to stay, and there are other people that don't, other witches don't have a place to stay, and you figure out that these people mean you some good and they're going to come and help you, because that's what it's all about. This is not a resort where you just come here and just say, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling, Mama. This is a vacation. We got work to do. You're going to help me. If the fall garden, it's time for the fall garden because I didn't have no success with my summer garden. You're going to come here and help me set up the greenhouse. You're going to help me to get the spinach and the kale and all of that growing. Okay? Okay. That's all I got to say. It's not a vacation here. So yeah, I'm trying to get an RV over here for people who would y'all please don't let these people just be out on the streets. Come on, please. Don't let people be on the streets and you sitting up here with a whole yard. If you don't do nothing but just let these people tent in your backyard. Even in the winter, you can tent here. They got propane tanks and all of that stuff like that. Yeah, you can stay up in these northern areas. You can propane tank. Don't let people be on the streets. We have to create things like make chicken houses to sell like the Amish people. Make little sheds to sell and get an income. There is a way. That's why I love the hippie community. And by the way, if y'all didn't know it, I am a hippie. Been one all my life, walking around barefooted. My mama screaming at me, put some shoes on your feet. So I am a natural born hippie, okay? So I want everybody who, like I said, if you got a place, please help other people who are going to be in need. Because if they do this crap they talking about doing, lowering these checks, these monthly checks to what, $200 a month, $200 a week, we're going to need some help, y'all. Because now we realize we all depend on social services. How can you laugh at somebody on social services? We're all on social services. If you depend on the local grocery stores to feed you, you are depending on social services. It's only those people like the Amish that don't necessarily depend on it. I'm not saying they ain't getting no grants, but they grow their own food, make their own clothes, spin their own cloth. So what they tell you? They're not on any kind of social services. Anybody I know here can do all of that for themselves. Don't go to the grocery stores or markets and you don't do none of that. Okay, I thought so. Yes, it is. Astro said poor shaming is terrible. And in this time period, there's a lot of people who have poor shamed people that need these assistance now themselves. So we're never so independent that we can't become dependent or codependent. And I don't believe in codependency. When people say, oh, it's a codependent. No, I don't believe in that. I think all human beings, we are all codependent. Do not brag on yourself because you're living in a big old huge mansion by yourself. You are a fool. Because humans are social creatures. We are supposed to be social. Your immune system is at its lowest when you have nothing and no one. You're sick and don't even know it. Mentally, you're sick. It takes other human beings, you understand? I don't care what you say, to support each of the other human being. Because when these perilous times come, you can't make it. I can't make it here by myself and say, you know what, I'm just going to grow everything from the ground myself. I can't tend to all of this food to feed myself by myself. I got to have some help. We're going to have to all come in and help each other with that. So get ready, so that the solution is unity. Unity is the solution to this. I can take all the vitamin C in the world so I won't get the COVID. I can take all the D3, eating sardines to get it, and pineapples to get it all day long. But laughter is one of the greatest medicines, and not laughing at somebody, but laughing with each other. Human touch, embracing. Just somebody just gets, I just want to just call and see how you doing, baby. These are the things that boost the immune system and give us hope to continue to exist. Because like I said, everything can be gone. Water can be gone. No water to drink. Everybody said water is the last thing. No, hope is the last thing. Hope. Hope keeps us alive. Each day I live because each day there's hope. Hello? Don't forget that. So we need hope, we need unity, and we need each other. I cannot navigate with this. That's right. We need to come together and grow our own economy. How you doing, marijuana community? How are you? Hey, RS, how you doing? That's true. That's why we're supposed to be eating antiviral, anti-radiation foods and bonding with nature. Yes. One of my favorite is seaweed salad. Or just seaweed. I'll just get the seaweed. You can get them like a snack. And I'm glad y'all told me that, because I'm going to go up there to the Mexican grocery store and get me some seaweed snacks. And you could just eat them and stuff like that. Those are real good for you when it comes to radiation, because there is radiation all over the place, y'all. And that's something they're not talking about. They're not talking about that issue. And I need to get some air conditioning filters too. I'm just trying to, hey Toledo, how you doing? Where you been? Okay, y'all. Okay, so y'all, I'm going to go on from here. And I always say I'm going to be back later, okay? I'll be back later and everything to check in with you. Like I said, go to the website, check it out. I have books for sale. Check out my Amazon links down in the description box. I have an array of products. We also have a place called Hoodoo Conjures Marketplace, okay? Where Melon is there as the moderator and Miss Mary is there as the moderator too. You can put your products there as we build a community, a marketplace there. We're doing that too. So you know, let's do this. Okay. Bye bye everybody. And if you could please rate and subscribe. Bye bye.